last night. Kept me up for a good chunk of last night, and it was cold. It's probably low 40s. Winds are predicted at 50 miles an hour today here, and even as I travel further into Colorado Springs, which is 240 miles away, it's predicted to get windy there. Maybe not quite as windy as it is here, but it's going to be a challenge today. See how far I get. If it gets too windy, I'm just going to have to pull over and either camp somewhere, which would be difficult because it's even taking the camp down, which is easier than setting it up. It was a challenge with the wind, or I'll just take a motel. I got up at 6:20 this morning so I could get a head start on today. And later today, I'm going to call a couple of the motorcycle dealerships in Colorado Springs and see if they can change my tires out today, or maybe first thing tomorrow morning. So here we go. Just crossed into the mountain time zone. I'm just getting plastered by the wind. I'm heading west, the wind's out of the south. So it's coming at a 90-degree angle. So I'm in Colorado, state number 44. Not much out here. Colorado looks a lot like Kansas here, but I know those Rockies are looming. I have a change of plans. I'm going to Lakeland near Denver. There's a store that might have the tires I need for my bike. Spent the better part of a couple hours trying to find a place that could do the tires and also sell me the tires, but wasn't able to really come up with a satisfactory answer. So I'm going to buy the tires from a retailer and then hopefully find a repair shop that'll balance and mount them for me. We're about 60 miles outside of Denver. I am in the heart of the city. There is downtown Denver. It is 84 degrees here. It's the warmest it's been for me since probably last August, maybe September. So definitely a step up from this morning. Finally arrived at the state park. It's 5:36 local time. Chatfield State Park is where I'm going to camp tonight. Have my new tires on. That was a very nice campground in Colorado. Apparently these National Guard guys are practicing with these helicopters. They've been flying for the last hour or so. Looks like they have a water bucket underneath. If you can see that on the camera or not. On Route 67 headed southwest. I talked to a couple of the campground hosts that were motorcyclers, and they said that this 67 was a nice road with some small elevation changes and curves. So I'm defying my GPS, and I'm going to try to take 67 most of the way down the Garden of the Gods. The guy in front of me put his brakes on. I was wondering what he was doing, thinking he was going to make a turn. There was about a dozen deer on the left-hand side of the road. I was paying attention to the car in front of me, not to the surroundings. So if I get in front of this guy, I'm going to have to pay attention. In fact, the folks at the campground mentioned that there are a lot of deer in Colorado, so it's kind of late in the day for them to be out and about, at least in comparison to the northeast United States, where deer tend to bed down during the day. Here, maybe that's not the case. Nice little road. So there's snow on this little ridge. I'm just crossing over here. This is a small one too. Temperature's 54 degrees here. Well, if nothing else, the windy roads are going to scrub my tires in a little bit. Pike National Forest. After those long, straight, flat roads of Kansas, this is a welcome relief. 76 feet of elevation. This is a tiny little pass. Some of these passes in Colorado, based on the map I was looking at, looked like they were 10,000 plus feet of elevation. This is nothing compared to those. Still pretty impressive compared to the East Coast. Remember hitting the Blue Ridge Parkway, the highest elevation was like 6,000 feet. And it seemed like I was way up there. Reminds me a little of California when I was chasing that park ranger in his truck. There's the same feel to it. Trees aren't nearly as big. Still heading southwest. They have signs that say motorcyclists use extreme caution next X number of miles. But they don't explain what the reason for the extreme caution is. I'm guessing it's wind, but don't really know. It's quite a view. Very neat. I don't know whether you can see it, but lower left here, there's a couple climbers, technical climbers going up. Lathrop State Park.